What's going on, you guys? TBR here, back yet again with another King of Fighters All-Star video, and welcome back to the channel, and happy Thanksgiving to all of you out there. Even if you do not celebrate it, I hope you have a wonderful day. I myself am going to have a wonderful day because I'm just as excited to have 4 days off. So in today's video, we are going to be talking about the new characters for the EX Volume 7 banner, as well as going in and using up not just our tickets, but also our free login rubies, our time-limited login rubies, and we're just going to summon on the banners and see if we can end up getting some sort of luck on an EX banner at some point in this game without having to actually spend money. But before we go ahead and get into all of that and more, make sure if you guys haven't already done so, you smash that like button and subscribe, and let's just go ahead and get into the video. So for those of you who are wondering and want me to talk about the actual in-game events, of which right now we do have everything for the EX Volume 7 banner as far as the events are concerned. We do not have the Black Friday events yet. Those will be coming at the next reset. So with that being said, I'm going to wait till when all of that stuff's out. I'm just going to do a video on all of it, and we'll just do kind of a big old video for all of the update. So that's what I'm going to do with the actual events. So I'm not going to be talking about those today, but I do want to talk about the characters and the card banner because we are going to be pulling. So when it comes to the EX Volume 7 characters, both of these characters are just absurdly good. They're very, very good. They're pretty much right at the top alongside all of the other top characters right now, if not better. And to be honest with you guys, these two characters, even at low awakening levels, you're going to be able to get a ton of mileage out of. So don't necessarily feel pressed if you're worried about spending and budgeting right now in case there is a collaboration after this update. Then don't worry about trying to go too deep here. You don't really need to get these characters fully built out to get just a ton out of them in a bunch of in-game content. So if your goal isn't to just hit the max numbers possible and to reach damage ceilings for these characters, and you're just purely trying to clear content, an A1 of either of these characters is almost as good as an A5 from a year ago at this point. It's actually better. So it's kind of ridiculous. But with that being said, you don't necessarily need to worry about going too deep, but I'm not going to be doing so personally. We'll talk more about that, but I want to talk about Nakaruru here because this is the character I'm most excited about, right? This is a character that I really, really wanted when we got the reveal of this banner, and I'm very impressed with what I see. Now, both of these characters, really what they're trying to do is they're really trying to go in and they're trying to spam finishers, right? You're going to notice, like here on Nakaruru, you're going to decrease your finisher skills cooldown by 2 seconds whenever an active skill is used. And then if we go over to our skills here and we take a look, this character is also going to have this right here, which is going to give you, on a finisher skill, mind you, a airborne, knockdown, and standing interrupt, a 90% chance to reset your active skill cooldowns when using a skill, and increases your critical rate by 20% and your critical damage by 80% upon use. So this character right here is really just trying to pump out as many finishers as possible and is doing a ridiculous amount of damage. She deals physical damage. This is going to be a character that is also going to have some support in her kit. Specifically, if we take a look here, she's going to decrease the damage received from burn, poison, bleed, shock, chill, and starlight for your entire team on a cooldown of 20 seconds, which is specifically going to be very valuable for things like Deimos base. And this character in general is also going to be a very good leader, as a increase to blue element fighters attack by 65% is definitely going to be something very useful, especially for your blue element fighters if you need that in your life. So with that being said, this is a character that I do see as being very relevant, specifically mainly because this character's damage output is so ridiculous. I'm very, very happy with what this character brings to the table. So again, you do not need to build either of these characters up that much to get ridiculous damage out of them. Now, when it comes to Haomaru, kind of the same thing. This is a character very similar in what he's trying to accomplish, and that's kind of where the similarities stop, but at the same time, they do have the same end game in mind. This character wants to be able to spam his finishers. This character is, of course, going to have on his finisher here that airborne, knockdown, and standing interrupt again, and increases finisher skill damage by 35% upon using it, and that stacks up to 3. He's also going to have a 100% chance to reset the cooldowns upon a successful attack on a cooldown of 9 seconds. And this character really, what again he's trying to do is he's just trying to pump out those finishers, right? You go here and you're going to see you reset all of your active skill cooldowns and increase your active skill damage by 150% for 6 seconds upon using a finisher skill. So again, finishers, finishers, finishers. And then if we go take a look here, if we do get this character fully maxed out, you guys are going to notice this guy right here. This is going to give him a maximum power every 1 second for 10 seconds and decreases his active skill and finisher skill cooldown by 80% upon using it. So the case to be made to get these characters maxed out is really in the EX skill. In fact, if we go back and take a look at Nakaruru's, and I don't want to go through all of their kit, but I do want to talk about them. She is going to have that reset to your tag cooldowns on the one with Thrill, which isn't really all that interesting. But then when you get to Concentrate, of course, we all know Concentrate is one of the best EX skills in the game. So it breaks characters outright at times, and this one here is going to be for her S1. So with that being said, that is going to be something again that could be very useful because you do have this right here. Very useful for things such as Deimos base, but in general, you like to see Concentrate on any character if you can get it. So with that being said, you guys, these characters are very valuable. And if you're a Samurai Shodown fan like myself, you should be very, very happy and thankful for these characters. Now, when it comes to the cards this time around are very strong as well. This card set is going to be, and I hear a lot of people talk about this card set being specifically good on the new characters, and that is true, because if you take a look at it, it increases your Extreme Fighter's critical rate by 7% on the first card here. And then if we go take a look at the next one, this one's going to increase your blue and green element fighter's power, combat power by 30,000. And then if we go to the third one here, this is going to have that 30% chance to charge 5 power bars, right? So pretty standard. But then if we take a look here, it's going to increase attack by 15% of critical damage and critical damage by 20% whenever an extreme fighter expends power, and it stacks up to 5, right? So with that said, again, it makes sense that people would mention the two new characters. It makes all the sense in the world. They're top of mind. This is tailor-made for them. But there are other characters that I feel like this would be very good on. Specifically, a character that is going to be featured starting with the Black Friday banners, well, at least with the event banner, is going to be Lady Choi. Any character that is going to be able to decrease or get to their finishers quicker, like maybe even a Luke from Street Fighter, is going to enjoy this set, I get the feeling. And I feel like it's going to be very interesting to see how this set performs on those characters. In fact, don't mention Luke there. That was my bad, because he is not an EX fighter proper. He's not a native EX. So yeah, it would just really be Lady Choi at that point, because she is a native EX. But with that being said, I think that character could be very good with this set. And overall, I think that this is going to be a card set that if you have those characters, and you will end up with Lady Choi, I don't think this will be a must-have on her. I think that there's plenty of good sets that you could slap on her and she'd be great. But being the fact that she is also going to be a green element fighter, and this is going to be a card set that increases your blue and your green element fighter's combat power, I think she is worth mentioning, specifically because she is still one of the queens of time attack, and this card set is very good on her, and she is a very good damage dealer in general in other content. She's still absolutely OP. It just comes down to the fact that she's been power crept, right? So with that said, this card set definitely you would want probably if you are hardcore going for the characters on this banner, because at that point you're already overly invested, and if you're going to try and overclock them, you might as well go for that card set. Now, with that said, they do have their own 3PG finishers here that are going to be very, very important. You need these for these characters, specifically because they are trying to spam them. But with that said, this one increases your critical rate by 5% and your critical damage by 30% for 10 seconds when using it. So this is going to be for Haomaru. Of course, it's going to have the 3 different effects you could possibly get. Not much to talk about there. But then with Nakaruru, she resets her finisher skill cooldown when using this. So again, Nakaruru is going to be a character that is going to be able to just spam. So this character, I am very happy with. Both characters, absolutely incredible, and you want their finishers. They need their finishers, even more so than most characters that release in this game, and we've talked about pretty much since day one how finishers are necessary on your characters, right? So I think we all know this at this point. Now, when it comes to the option card, this is going to increase your attack, but it also decreases your skill cooldown, so standard stuff. And then it increases your attack by 25% for 7 seconds when an extreme fighter lands a finisher on a cooldown of 12 seconds. Again, this is going to be good on the aforementioned characters that use their finishers a lot, but anybody else I don't see it being being necessarily all that useful. So this is kind of a niche one for now. If this ends up being a situation like we typically get with Netmarble, and I would plan for it, to be honest with you guys, because Netmarble does this, whenever they release these kind of new mechanics with characters, you're going to see them repeated. You're going to see probably the next set of characters going forward end up using a lot of the same stuff here. So if you want a future farm, future plan, maybe that option card in that card set is something that you want to definitely get, just so that you're safe and covered in case they decide to do what they normally do and just kind of reuse the same types of mechanics with these characters going forward, but time will tell. Now, let's go ahead and talk about, with that being said, kind of what the game plan is here, right? So I do have quite a few tickets. I didn't get necessarily all that lucky, but thanks to that login bonus, I have quite a few of these. I have 59 for the battle cards, and I have 54 for the fighters. So kind of a weird number there, but we'll make it work. Now, with that said, we also have just shy of 4,000 of our login rubies that we can use that are time limited. I am really hoping Nakaruru is what I want. I want Haomaru as well, but Nakaruru is really the character that I want because of just fandom purposes. So I'm really hoping that I can maybe get her. That would be really great. And if I don't here, then there is a good chance I might try to at least get a copy of her before this all goes away, because I would like to at least have her. But with that said, when it comes to the cards, of course I want the card set, and of course I do want Nakaruru's finisher if I can get it. That'd be great, but it would be basically useless if I don't get her, so we'll have to wait and see. When it comes to anything else in here, of course, if I do get lucky enough to get Haomaru, I want his finisher as well. I really like the Haomaru and would love to have him, so that would be amazing. And the option card would be great to have for the future. Same with the card set, but in general, I'm not trying to be too greedy here. I just really would like to have Nakaruru. Please! Anyway, so we're just going to go ahead and jump right into this, right? So let's take a look here at what we got. So when it comes to the tickets, we'll start off here with the battle cards, and we'll just kind of go from there, right? So we'll start off with 5 of these, or 9 of these rather, just get them out of the way, and then we'll go and just have a great five multis on the card banner. We'll hope for the best. Everybody will be happy, right? So believe in the heart of the cards, praise Rico, and let's summon from the EX Volume 7 banner. Yeah, I hate doing this. You guys know me. I hate tickets. They never give me anything. Although there was that one time, I think I got a card or something off of a ticket, which was great. But we'll see. You never know. But really, you guys, it comes down to, oh, wow. Okay, well, wow. Yay. Anyway, you guys, I lost my train of thought. I can't imagine why. So let's take a look here. So yeah, we got the part 1 of the card set, and then what did we get here? We got attack on the finisher. So yeah, guys, that's phenomenal. Great way to start things off. So yeah, like I said, we have a good square 5 multis here. Let's just keep it going. Maybe we can get lucky. I mean, it's been a while, right? It was a wild ride with the Omega Rugal banner. I actually skipped the last banner entirely. I didn't do anything on that banner. And yeah, here we are. So we'll see. But we were seeing a lot of this during the Omega Rugal. It was just a lot of gold and blue cards that never did anything. And if you guys are summoning on these banners, please let me know in the comments section if you have summoned, how your summons went. And also let me know what you think of what you got out of there. Do you like the characters now that you have them? Do you like the cards now that you have them? Who are you using the cards on? Let me know in the comments section. But I'm very curious to see what everybody's thoughts are. I think everybody so far is very happy with the characters, so that is not a problem. I will say, when I get to the breakdown of the actual update, there are some issues, some major issues that have kind of reared their ugly heads, so to speak, when it comes to this update. This is nowhere near a perfect update, but when it comes to things where they're kind of updating like game engines and things like that, you expect, and I had told you guys that when they announced that we were probably going to be seeing some bugs in the near future with this type of update. And it has happened, but I think that we're going to get to a point where it'll be fine. It's a transient thing. Just put it that way, guys. It'll end up fixing itself, or at least they'll fix it. Nakaruru, her card loves me. I really hope the character loves me when we get to that point. What do we got here? Active skill damage. So we got attack and active skill. That's actually pretty good. I'm glad that we ended up getting at least 2 different ones and not the same one. So with that said, if we get the character now, we at least have the finisher, so that'll be great. But this is nowhere near a perfect update, but I do think that this update is very good, and they will get it fixed. And we've got the Black Friday stuff to look forward to. So right now, I'm kind of zen with things at the moment, just waiting to see what happens with Black Friday. I'm not really trying to kind of overjudge anything yet until we get the full breadth of what we're getting with this week's update, because we still aren't through. So we'll wait and see. I'll talk about it in a video coming up here, but I wanted to just go ahead and do some summons and have some fun. It's a holiday, so I figured that that would be a nice way to do things. Maybe that's how Maru's finisher. What's the order? That's awesome. Look at that. Okay, wonderful. You know what? I'm not even mad about how that went. You know, honestly, that's fine. I'm not upset. All right, so with that being said, you guys, we're going to go ahead and we're going to jump in on the fighter ones. So again, we really want Nakaruru, but if we get Haomaru, that's great. I'm almost just as happy. So we'll be fine either way, but if we get shafted like normal, what can you do? So it is what it is. I don't like summoning on EX banners. I don't think anybody likes the split format of the EX banners themselves. I think everybody's kind of... Okay, that's Haomaru. Yes! I need a minute. I need a minute. Dear baby Jesus, thank you for this day. Oh my God, guys, I don't know what just happened, but we just got both characters in the first multi on tickets. I would like to thank the Academy. That, I don't even know what to say. You know what, guys? I should have done this before, but I'm not going to complain. Maybe there's some kind of juju there. Somebody in the comments is going to be like, oh yeah, if you have like an odd amount of cards or tickets and you do a multi instead of getting rid of the odd amount, then you're guaranteed. Whatever. Don't believe in superstitions, but I do believe that that is a beautiful sight. So, wow, guys, we got our Nakaruru, we got our Haomaru, we got their finishers. I can't complain. I'm not complaining. Are you complaining? I'm not complaining. Somebody's complaining. Everybody likes to see me fail. So somebody out there is like, what the hell? TBR guy works for Netmarble. Fixed rates for YouTubers. This isn't what I get. I don't understand random number generators. Anyway, with that being said, I don't know what to say about that. I'm shocked, to be honest. And at this point, whatever happens, happens. It is what it is at this point. Hi, King. Just wow. And you know, guys, for those wondering why I'm not going so hard on these banners, I'm really holding out hope for whatever the next collab is. Okay, we're getting one. Nakaruru. Let's freaking go! You know what? Happy Thanksgiving. All right, so we've got two more multis. And with that being said, you guys, like I had already mentioned, and the nice thing about this is that critical stone that you get for that circle slot, I can actually unlock that now. So I can get that circle stone for the crit for my EX fighters now, which is wonderful. That is really something that is a nice bonus. Now, we do only have one more multi here. We're just gonna roll it and see what we get. At this point, we do have those rubies as well. I'm not sure where I want to use those right now. I do have one piece of the card set, but I almost want to go for the Haomaru memory or another Nakaruru. I'm just going to do this. We already have the finishers. I'm not necessarily all that worried about the card set right this minute. I can always go in for the card set. I mean, I can always go in for the characters also, but at the same time, I can do more as far as content and things like that with the characters if I have them, right? So we're just gonna go this route. It would be really nice, and plus we've got like things like the tower, so it'll be interesting to see what I can do there. I'm so excited about this, you guys. So excited. All right. So these are going to go quick. We don't have a lot. They didn't give us a ton this time around, but it is what it is. See what we end up getting. All right. Oh, nothing there. So we got one more multi, I believe. Yes, one more multi worth. I'm going to save that 330 just for other things. So let's see what we get here. So we ended up getting really lucky on the tickets, but not necessarily on the rubies, which, you know, it is what it is. At least it wasn't our permanent rubies. We still got more coming with that other login as well. So anyway, you guys, I think that's going to do it. Those tickets were the best tickets I think I've ever had. I don't even know what to say about that, really, truly, and honestly. I could not be more happy I got her. This is something that just makes me so happy. This is a character, again, a lot of sentimental value for me and my brother. I'm sure that he is probably over the moon that his favorite character, or probably still, I think it's still his favorite character. Let me know in the comments, Tyler. But I do believe still his favorite character, and so very cool to see her finally. I know that he's been waiting for her, I've been waiting for her, and this is a character that just, again, very happy I have. So anyway, you guys, I hope that your summons have went well also. Again, I'm not going to complain about the fact that this went the way that it did today, because I could not have asked for a whole lot more. So anyway, you guys, I'm going to go ahead, we can limit break her, get her powered up, and then we can go ahead and end the video. But let me know in the comment section what you think of this update. Again, guys, I know it's not a perfect update. Nothing is, but hopefully they end up working out the bugs. But it is what it is. I told you guys that we could expect something like this with these issues, so it'll get fixed. They've already addressed some of it on the forums. We'll talk all about it when I do that video separately. Again, I just wanted to focus on the characters and the cards in this video and just have a little bit of fun. We haven't done a summon video in a little bit, and I just wanted to give you guys something to enjoy on Thanksgiving. And for those of you who enjoy when I fail, I apologize I was not able to give that to you. But for those of you who like to see me not cry, then hey, we had a good time, right? But anyway, you guys, I appreciate all of you. I'm thankful for each and every single one of you, all 5,200 and whatever we are at now, one of you. So thank you all so much for your love and support over the past couple of years. Here's to another couple of years. Haters gonna hate, say the game won't be around that long, but you know, it is what it is. They're always gonna be there, right? But anyway, you guys, like, share, and subscribe on your way out. Thank you all so much for watching. And until the next one, I'm gonna play around with Nakaruru. Peace.
Continue.